Welcome to QRIDit tutorial, how a prepaid invoice works. In this industry and in most industries where you get prepaid, we're going to use HomeWatch as an example. So we've told the client, if you remember when we made the invoice in the other video, that we would do 12 prepaid HomeWatches at $45 an hour, the quantity of 12, both taxes and the line total. And you'll see the summary here. So the client's already given us a check, and now we've issued them a prepaid invoice. Now there's still a balance here, and this is not a balance owed, it's just a balance. And here you're going to see that the report balance, which means currently there's 12 HomeWatches, and we have a balance of 12. So now what we're going to do is each time we do a report, for that client, we want to credit them. So we simply choose one of the reports. So I'll choose report number 8, and this was done today. So now I'm going to record the payment. So that technically we're not recording a payment, we're just showing that the balance is now less that one HomeWatch. Now remember, the amount will be also included in the taxes. Now you'll notice here that we have 11 HomeWatches left, so that's what's remaining, and the balance of $598. If we go in another week and we do another HomeWatch, we select a report, we choose report number 9, we record the payment, and again what you see is we have a balance of 10 left, and the balance owing is less the 2 payments for the HomeWatches, and it's all based on the rate and the taxes that you chose. So each time we do a visit to the site, all we have to do is simply go to the report and credit it. Now at any time, each time you do a report, and then the balance, it'll show down here as how many they have remaining. So they've prepaid for 12, you've done 2 visits, there's a balance of 10 left owing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send this to the client's dashboard, and we'll log in as the client, and you can see what they see each time you do a HomeWatch. So you see I switched over to our client, Mr. Dan Edwards, and I'm going to drop into Invoices, My Invoices, and I'll choose that invoice that we just sent to him. So this is his prepaid invoice. He's already paid us up front, and he can see his summary. He can see that this invoice was for 12 prepaid HomeWatches at $45. Quantity was 12. Line total, yes, and you can see down here paid to date, and you'll notice that the client can now look and see that on the 5th of April you credited him for 1 report, and he can now go and reference this report by clicking on report number 8, and it pulls up the copy of his report as confirmation that you did do the job, and we credited you his invoice for that prepaid invoice. So this is how the prepaid invoices work. We go down to issued on, we'll pull this invoice back up, and again on the second time we simply look across here and we can pull up report number 9. So at all times your clients, each time you do a report, it's just simply crediting that invoice for that report that you've done, and so that means you don't have to take care of it manually and keep track of it. And if I go back to Invoices again, if I choose that invoice, again, you'll see that the client can easily see that he has 10 HomeWatches prepaid left, and this is the balance left. And at the end, after the 12, this balance will be 0, and this will be 0, so the client knows that you finished the contract as per your agreement. So that's how how a prepaid invoice works. I'd like to thank you for choosing QRIDit HomeWatch.